Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video for Creeper Does Minecraft. Today we're actually going to be doing a different kind of video. Today we're going to be uploading a video on the basics of redstone. So, a lot of you guys out there want to know how redstone works and want to know the redstone basics, so I'm going to give them to you. That sounds good, so we're going to go ahead and call this, we're going to put it in creative and super flat so I have some room to work, and we're going to go ahead and call it Redstone Tips and create the world. Let's go ahead and do it. Just going to wait for it to go. Alright, so here's the super flat world, nice and roomy. We're going to go ahead and change our resource pack to default, just for the sake of people who don't like to use texture packs, so you guys can see what everything looks like regularly. So the first thing we're going to do is pretty much go over what redstone is, or how it's used. So redstone is pretty much a kind of like electric wiring, like a way of using electric wires in Minecraft. So kind of like a light switch. You can make a light switch in Minecraft using redstone, which is kind of like the wires you use to make your own light switches. So the first thing we're going to do is show you how redstone works. So as you guys probably already know, you can place redstone on the ground to create a current. Now, there also are a bunch of different things you can use to set off this redstone charge. You can use levers, pressure plates, buttons, and tripwire hooks. And I'll show you how tripwire hooks work later because they do not involve actual redstone to work. This is the lever. So when you switch it, as you can see, this redstone will give off a lighter, like kind of like a lit up vibe. And as you guys may have guessed, this is powered redstone. It's gonna give off power to things that are next to it, in front of it, I think on top of it, and below it. So we're gonna go ahead and get a door here. And as you can see, there it is right in front. Now, of course, you can open the door by clicking your mouse button, but there's also another way. You actually can flip the switch for redstone current and it will open the door for you. So this is the purpose of iron doors. So you guys who don't really work with redstone are probably wondering, how the heck do you open an iron door? I mean, I right click on it, but it doesn't really open. Well, you can use the redstone current to open it up just like that. Now, there are also different ways. You can also use a pressure plate, which you can put right in front of it to open it. That's my favorite way of using them. And you can actually have a double door opening, like that. So you guys are probably wondering the difference between wooden pressure plates and stone pressure plates. With the wooden pressure plates, they can be set off by an item. See? I'll press Q on this item. Like that. See? That item is making it open. But if I throw it onto this one, which is the stone one, nothing happens. So that's the difference between the two different kinds of pressure plates. There are also going to be buttons, but in order to make these doors work with buttons, you're going to need to have a platform kind of next to it. Not like a platform, like a sort of block that you can put the button on. So I'm going to build a border around here because that's how the buttons are used. Go ahead and build a border there. And put a button up here that opens that door. Of course, you do have a limited time to rush in. And for this one, you can open that door. That's how the buttons work. And the difference between the wood ones and the stone ones is that you can shoot an arrow at the wood ones and it will set off. Like, let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and get a bow and arrow. and an arrow. And go ahead and try and shoot at that. I mean, I don't think I hit it. Let me try again. I don't know where that one went. Oh, there we go. That lagged out. See, I'm shooting at it, but nothing happens. But if I shoot at this one, it opens up, and plus, it'll stay there. The door will stay open as long as that little arrow is there. See? No matter what I do. Now, there also is another way to set off a redstone current, and that is through tripwire hooks. So let me get an iron door. Well, I don't know if this works with the iron door. I think it might. I think mostly these work to set off like different kinds of monsters. So let me show you. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording, and then I'll be right back when I have the model finished. Alright, so right now the device is currently finished. Well, it's almost finished. So what happens over here is, this is how you use the tripwire hook. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to click on this, like nothing's happening. Well, actually, you're going to need string for the tripwire hook. So, maybe something you didn't know, you can place string on the ground. You can barely see it, but it is there. So you're just going to place some string in between them, and then they will hook together. Now, when I walk over the string, as you can see, a pig and a sheep have just spawned. That's because there are spawn eggs inside these dispensers, which are right above the tripwire hook. And the tripwire hook, now that I tripped over, set off a redstone current, which spawned the animals. That's how you use the tripwire hook. And also when you break the string, they will come out as well. So that's how that one works. There are also... Let me destroy all of this, I don't need it anymore. So redstone is pretty much like electricity. Now I'm going to show you the work of pistons. So, the work of pistons. So I will be right back after I set up this redstone model. Okay guys, so I am back with another pretty complex redstone contraption. It's not really all that complex, but it was kind of hard to build. So this looks like just a large piece of stone with a lever on it, but actually when I flip it, these come out. Now you guys are probably wondering how the heck I did that. This is another work of redstone, which is the work of pistons or sticky pistons. This is the sticky piston. Pretty much what happens is when you put a block in front of it, in front of this part, which is the sticky part, and you put the lever there, it'll pretty much push it. Now you guys are probably wondering how I got all three of them with the levers over here. I used a lot of redstone current work in there that is too advanced for the beginner redstone creator, but really I used the same method as people use for this kind of parkour, except a little bit more complex. Same thing goes with the piston, it's just not sticky, which means here's the piston, and then I put the stone there, and then the lever pushes it, but then when I put the lever back, since it's not sticky, it doesn't stick, and the stone stays there, which is kind of the difference. So if you're making parkour, you need to use sticky pistons so you can bring it in and out. The reason why there's kind of a delay between all of them was because I used redstone repeaters, which do give off a slight delay. Yeah. Okay, so there are a couple more things which we need to go over. First of all, redstone repeaters themselves. So pretty much redstone can go on for about 15 wires before losing all its energy before it needs a new power source. Now, once it needs a new power source, I'm actually going to go ahead and turn the redstone on until it loses its power. There we go. So that was the one that lost its power. Pretty much, you're going to put down a redstone repeater. and then that will continue the redstone current. If you want to make really long currents, that's the way to go with redstone repeaters. Now there is a way to, delay it, as you can see. So with it ticked on 1, the redstone current will start right away, but if it ticks on 2, it takes a little longer for that one to start. Oops, I broke it. Third, a little longer. Fourth, pretty long. So, yeah, that's how that works. I'm not a redstone master, but hopefully I've gone over some nice tips so you guys can know how redstone pretty much works. The last thing I'm going to show you is redstone torches, and these are pretty much torches that give off a special effect. So we're gonna need some redstone dust here. So what's gonna happen is, say that I put this little piece of stone right here. Now, if I put a lever right here and a piece of redstone up here, obviously, like that, and then I put my lever here, it'll go on as a redstone current. But if I put down the redstone torch, as you can see, the redstone torch kind of went out. So, it doesn't look like that, it looks out. But when I turn off this redstone current, that turns on. So that's a special way of turning off and on redstone torches, which pretty much give off power, as you can see. See? I can turn it off. Alright, so that's basically everything I think I wanted to go over about redstone. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this helped you for some of you redstone beginners. I hope that you guys become better and better with redstone as we go on. This is Lex, and I am signing out. Peace, y'all kids, and see you later.